Hello and welcome to Reading with Jim Larsen. I'm Jim Larsen. Right now, I'm going to read the inside flap of this book I have in my hand. It's Andy Kaufman Revealed, Best Friend Tells All by Bob Zmuda. This book was published in, I'll tell you in just a second. This book was published in 1999. Here's what it says on the inside flap. Andy Kaufman, best known for his portrayal of sweet-natured Latka in Taxi, was one of the most ingenious and controversial entertainers of his time. More behavioral scientist than comedian, Kaufman pushed the boundaries between a performer and his audience to the brink. Whether he was the teary-eyed child man interviewing Howdy Doody or the sexually aroused intergender wrestling champion who often betted his female opponents, or the bombastic singer Tony Clifton, Andy Kaufman broke all the rules. Now, for the first time, Andy's writer, co-conspirator, and closest friend, Bob Zmuda, breaks his 20-year silence to reveal the truth behind the headlines. He paints an illuminating portrait of a complex, often misunderstood loner who seldom ventured out of his own room unless it was to jar millions of television viewers with his calculated lunacy or to satisfy his myriad sexual cravings. I lost my place. Oh, here we are. Zmuda describes how Andy made his living straddling the thin line between genius and insanity, and how he influenced the likes of such comic luminaries as Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, David Letterman, Lily Tomlin, and John Belushi. Zmuda finally confesses what really happened between wrestler Jerry Lawler and Andy to cause Kaufman's hospitalization for a life-threatening neck injury, and elucidates the notorious confrontation that followed on Late Night with David Letterman. In a general testimonial to the appeal of the anti-hero, he also relates the origin and rise of Tony Clifton, an obnoxious lounge lizard whom Andy metamorphed into when his dark side felt playful. Zmuda offers rare and intimate perspectives and compelling behind-the-scenes stories about Elvis Presley, Andy Warhol, Richard Burton, and the cast of Taxi. Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, and Gilda Radner, among many others. And though deeply personal diary entries, Zmuda chronicles Andy Kaufman's disturbing last days, his heroic struggle to cheat cancer, and the public hysteria that continues to this day over the possibility that Andy faked his death. This has been Reading with Jim Larsen. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel, click like, yada, yada, yada.